Hi. Hello. So yeah, welcome to a quick little broadcast. I don't even need to wear these, really. So yeah, today I'm not really doing much. I'm hanging in the studio, and I have nothing really to do that's of that much interest, except I just kind of wanted to explain, what I'm about to start doing. It's December. I really wanted to start things off this month so I could kick off hard in January. That's kind of what I'm doing. So, hello everybody. Some of you might be on the Patreon, some of you might not be on the Patreon, but I just wanted to. I know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and so I finally sat down and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do the thing because you guys have been supportive for a very long time, and I want to really dig into the Patreon thing and treat it like some work. So, we got that 10 FPS. Is that true? Let me see what's up. Ooh, that is a little rough. That's okay. Well, so anyway, I'll see what I can do to fix that real quick. Whatever. Anyway, I want to do more consistent stuff. Some of you in the $20 tier, you might notice, you got sheet music every month, but now, there's no new music, so there's no new sheet music. And I know that there's a lot of music from the past, like from years ago, before we started doing sheet music, that doesn't have any sheet music. And so, things like that, things like the Let's Have a Complete Breakdown videos, things like Wheel and More Wheel, all of those things that I've been wanting to do. We can hear you fine. Cool. So yeah, all these things that I've been wanting to do, but I just haven't. I haven't gotten to do consistently. So, I will be doing things on a 2-week rolling schedule. Mondays, I'm going to start doing sheet music. I'm going to spend 4 hours a day going all the way back to Valencia, moving through Insomnia, through One Big Beautiful Sound, getting all the sheet music so I can start releasing those once a month for all you $20 tiers. For those God tiers and $40, I'm also going to start releasing more left hand, right hand, full composed, through composed piano parts, note for note, so you can play it exactly the way that I play it. I want to do more covers. I'll be releasing those on Instagram, but I want the Patreon to help me choose what songs I'm covering. Wheel and More Wheel, I wanted to keep doing those videos. They're a little too difficult and time consuming for me to do them consistently, but I still want to do the songs. And so, these are the kind of things I've been wanting to do. And also, yeah, can everybody hear me okay? Am I loud enough? Odyssey release into the 15th? I don't know what that is. Audio is good. Cool. So, yeah, here's what you can expect from me. Every Sunday at 7 p.m. CST, I will be doing a live stream. That's mostly just going to be me kind of shooting the shit, talking, answering questions, doing stuff. That's just for the Patreon. So if you're not on the Patreon, you don't get that, but whatever. Now, Mondays, those are mostly a work day. Like I said, I am going to start going through the sheet music. I'm going to start recording those covers that we talk about on Patreon, and just, doing the work. Tuesdays, that's when I'm going to start putting out those polls. So if you guys can interact with the polls on Patreon, I'm going to give you a couple options of, like, what songs I'm going to cover, and you can help me pick. Now, Wednesdays are the fun one. Every other Wednesday, so that's once every 2 weeks, instead of doing the Let's Have a Complete Breakdown video with all that editing and all that shit that I just frankly do not have the time for, I'm going to start doing music theory breakdowns. Oh, wait right here. This is my favorite part. Just wait right here. I should have gotten this already. In preparation for these live streams, I went ahead and got myself something. So, here we are. Sorry about that. So, the Odyssey release tour, that's another band. The Odyssey is a different band that we played a show with. Anyway, let's zoom out a little bit. Chapow! So, I went out and got myself a little whiteboard. So when we do these music theory breakdowns, Now for this part, I am going to turn my gain up. When we do these music theory breakdowns, I will actually be here in real life to answer your questions. I will have the markers. I will have the erasers. You can say, hey, I don't know what the fuck a C major 7 chord is. Can you explain it? And I'll tell you, yes I can, with the worst handwriting you've ever seen. And I'll even tell you that it's 1, 3, 5, and 7. Blah, 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 blah. So, I will do this in a way that is easy to see. Much closer to the thing than I am now. But yes, there will be a whiteboard. There will be whatever you want to ask me, whether it's about the songs, whether it's just about music theory in general, whatever. I will answer your questions. And now if you want to see some real witchcraft, I will be playing with these streams as we go. And one of those ways that I enjoy the most, frankly, is this was actually a gift from Melissa, Illuminations. And this thing is fucking awesome! Look at that! Look at that! Oh, man. So, yeah, a couple of days ago, I asked for anybody, to just give me some pictures. Some pictures that I could use behind me for a green screen. And this is the one, this is the one I liked the most. So, thank you very much for that. This is my favorite thing that I own now. So, thanks, Alyssa. She's definitely not watching this, but fuck it. Hit the bongo. I can do that. All right. So. Oh, my shirt's green. I forgot. There we go. It's probably really loud. Anyway, who knows what these streams are going to be. But you can expect at least stuff like this. I mean, we'll be talking about music, we'll be talking about theory, we'll be talking about cats. And yeah, the Wednesdays, every other Wednesday. Let me go back to explaining that. Yeah, so every other Wednesday, I will be doing one of these live streams. It's going to be about 1.5 hours to 2 hours, hopefully, eventually, probably shorter at first, of me answering questions and doing this stuff. And then afterwards, we will... I should have had it ready, but I'll have it ready next time. We will, on the live stream in real time, spin the wheel. The wheel, for those who don't know, on the Patreon, you will each give me a lyric. You can make it up, do whatever, and you'll give me a genre. You can make it up, do whatever. And I will connect them to a number, put them on the wheel, and in real time, on the live broadcast, so you know that I'm not cheating, I will spin the wheel, and we will get a lyric, and we will get the genre. 2 weeks later, at the next breakdown live stream, at the end of the stream, I will play you the song. And we'll listen through it together, and then it will go on Spotify, as I promised, under Johnny Manchild. So yeah, how do you guys feel about all that? I think it's pretty good. Lots of stuff, lots of things. Yeah. I just wanted to find a way to where I could actually put out the amount of content that I wanted to in the beginning. And I think now I can finally do it, So yeah, expect lots more sheet music. You can expect more, you can expect more Wheel and More Wheel. You can expect more of pretty much everything. Yeah, and I'm going to try my best to keep up with it. But yeah, every Sunday we'll keep in touch through these things. And then every other Wednesday I'll be doing the theory breakdowns. Those are the big things. And I'll still be doing Bastard Radio, of course, on Spotify. And I also, some people have brought up the idea of doing like a cooking stream. I've actually talked to my mom about it. She's got a real big, nice kitchen in her house, and I might steal it and take over it someday and do a cooking stream with Mother Man-Child or something. So, who knows, man? Is the sheet music going to be on the website? Oh, the sheet music is also available for purchase on the website, but Patreon people will just get it. That's it. At the $20 tier. So yeah, please do join the Patreon. It is the number one way to support me. And it really is supporting me. The band, everybody gets paid one way or another, but really the way that I pay my rent and the way that I survive is largely through the Patreon. So the Patreon is really the thing that gives me the opportunity to focus on, For example, mixing this album, taking the time to do this, having the time to do all of this stuff, the band stuff. So yeah, join the Patreon, give some support. There's stuff. At this point too, joining the Patreon this late into it is such a good deal because there is so much shit just on the Patreon already. If you join today, you will get so much stuff, like just so much stuff. I will do a cooking stream with my mom. My mom likes my music. She likes it a lot. She is very supportive. And yes, Deanna in the chat, fantastic. How's the video quality here? It's not too bad. I can live with that. We're stuck at 720. Good to know. Okay. Anyway, I don't think I really need to stream any better than that, right? So does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have anything they want to ask? Anything they want me to do? Anything you're curious about? Questions about the Patreon? Questions about music? Blah, 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 blah. Anything like that? And I will also, I think, for the Sunday streams, I will be taking responses in the Patreon for what the green screen background should be. I think I like this. I like the idea of this just changing every time. It makes me happy. The studio lights look like they may rattle. No, they don't. I haven't had any problems with them rattling. Will all of this be Patreon only? Everything, so the Sunday streams, the Wednesday, all the streams will be Patreon only. The only thing that I brought up that will not be Patreon exclusive is the covers. So the Patreon will be responsible for helping me choose what songs I'm going to cover, but I will put those out on Instagram Reels. It's just to let people know that aren't in the Patreon, there is some stuff going on in the Patreon. But yeah, when's an album releasing and when is Acoustic Lightning coming? So actually, that's a good thing to bring up. I will sometimes be doing covers of my own songs, acoustic versions, stuff like that. That is something I want to do on Patreon as well, which would go out on Instagram. But yeah, and then the album, I am currently working on those. And actually, you bring up a fantastic point. There is something else that I really want to do. I'll finish that thought, though, by saying I'm working on the album now. I am trying to get the mixes done and sent to mastering by the end of January before we go on this house show tour. And I would like to release the album in the fall with a tour, ideally. I know I've said that before, but I'm really setting things up for that to be a possibility this time. Cool. What else? Oh, yeah, so the other thing is, I finally got this to work. I got a kick-ass new PC. I've got things functioning just right. I have figured out how to do this, and I want to do mix breakdown streams. That means basically I've got like our entire last album, We Did Not Ask for This Room. I've got the Pro Tools sessions. I will take them, I will strip them of all plugins, and I will mix it from front to back, top to bottom, in real time on stream. That's something that I've been wanting to do for a while, just to give you an idea of like how I mix stuff. I think it'll be really cool, so that's something I've been wanting to do. I like gnomes. Gnomes are sick. Will you be selling the heart-shaped sunglasses after the Bastard box? Yes. So here's what I'm thinking. We haven't sold all of them yet. It is cheaper buying the Bastard box than it is buying all the individual items. And so what I'm thinking I'm going to do is before Christmas, in time for Christmas, I think we're going to sell each item individually. They will be more expensive than they would have been if you would have bought the Bastard box, but I am thinking of selling the items individually, until they're gone. So yeah. Can we play some music now, please? Not this time. I am truthfully not set up to do it right now. This is just, I wanted to take some time to talk with you, like whoever was listening, and tell you what the plan is, what's going on, stuff like that. Track list for next album. I don't have it yet. That's actually one of the last things that happens, is picking the track list, really. I don't know. That's it's going to be a really hard choice, picking that. Woo! Oh, God. Updates on the house show tour. Yeah, right now we're getting contracts back from everybody. I'm locking in dates. I won't be able to start. I'm hoping to start, promoting those and showing those off in January. There's a lot of stuff going into that. I'm trying my best to get that, done. But yeah, I will be blowing up the socials with that as soon as I have ticket links. I'm working with SCP to get that done on the website. You know, there's a lot, but I will let you know as soon as I have more. What else do we have? Will there be any single releases in the next album? Yeah. Can I get I Love Trucks in the next album? No. Why don't you play Valencia songs live anymore? We do. We do play them live. Not very much. We play Valencia sometimes, and really, actually, that's it. Yeah, for the most part, we have outgrown them. Those songs just don't do anything for me, really. What else we got? Can I play the Rake song with you? No, I'm sorry. And we're probably not going to play that live again for a while. Is there / will there be sheet music for a drum set on the Patreon? Probably not. The drum parts are insane. I can... God, I don't think we'll be doing sheet music for the drum set. Also, just because it's such a niche thing that not many people are looking for. A lot of drummers don't even read sheet music for drums, and so like the audience for sheet music for drum set is so small that I just... Uh-oh. Whoops. I'm still here, y'all. One sec. Oh boy. All right, sorry about that. Brief camera death. All right, we're back. Let's see. Can you open for your own house show? We won't really have time. We straight up won't have that much time. I mean, it's possible, but let's see what else we got. I'm kind of blind. Giving me a great year of music. You ended up being my top artist. Thank you for listening. Seriously. For everybody that we were the top artist for, thank you. It's fucking sick. Favorite track is Blush to Cupid's Arrows, Cupid's Roaches. Yeah, we don't play it that much. There's so much new music. And yeah, that's what we're playing. I've liked Broken Bells for a long time. Yeah, I listen to them. Does Lightning ever get played live? Yeah. We've got a new band, new members in the band right now, so there's a lot of stuff that we got to go back and relearn. But yeah, no, I play that one. I'm going to duck down so my head isn't cut off. Now that We Did Not Ask for This Room has been out for a little bit over a year, what are your thoughts on it now? What have you learned that you want to apply? That's a big question. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot since the last album. I still like it, and I am proud of it, but with Prairie Sun, this last recording studio that we got to go to, I feel like the focus was a lot more on the performance and the vibe of things. Like at some point, the studio, every studio has great equipment that you go to. At some point, they're all just great world-class places that have really good stuff. But some studios more than others have just the right vibe for what you're trying to do, and that is the thing that became more important than anything to me for the last record. And so I know that that's something that I'm focusing on. It's just really trying to find the spaces that fit the songs the best, which I've had the luxury of getting to choose now. We have a little bit of money to work with to make these better and to make these albums better. So yeah, it's about performance and vibe. The people that you're bringing with you being both, being agreeable with each other, but also being able to push each other in a way that's gonna get the best thing. I think I've learned a lot about what actually matters to me when it comes to making a record. Um, there's a lot. I'm always learning every time that we record. Let's see. What else we got? Does Ethan use sheet music when he plays? No, he doesn't. Most drummers just don't use sheet music. Let's see. What is the main genre of the new album? I don't know. Genres, it escapes me a little bit. I don't know. You can call it art rock. You can call it jazz rock. You can call it jazz punk. You can call it ballad rock in some cases. You can call it just straight up like alternative. Like one of them is almost like a spoken word, like drum and bass rock. I don't know. It's good music. It's good music. It's the music that I feel like playing. Great. Genuinely think it's one of the heroes. Thank you. If you had to pick a favorite child album, what would your pick be? This next one that's about to come out. That's always gonna be my answer. If that's not my answer, then I haven't done the right thing. That's how I feel. Thank you. I would love to be your favorite for years to come. If you had to pick one song to further work on, which one would it be? If I could go back and work more on a song. Honestly, I only feel like I've overworked songs, but I think Insomnia as an album, it's not that I didn't put enough work into it. I wasn't as good as I am now as a mixing engineer and a lot of other things. I don't know. More often than not, I've done too much. Not just not done enough. I don't think that's the case. Let's see. What else do we have? Favorite shape? Decahedron. Hard to believe in my favorite for almost 4 years now. Thank you very much. Will you ever play Social Reject again? No, it is not a Johnny Manchild song, actually. I was not Johnny Manchild. The band would not exist for a few more years. So no, I won't play Social Reject. I wrote that as a teenager, and I never did anything with it. It was just a song that I had. But yeah, All My Favorite Colors didn't make the album. It did, but it made the full album, the deluxe version, the vinyl. That is the vinyl version, the full 16-song version. That is what I consider to be the full album. So no, it did. It's the true closer of the album. But not for stream. I fucking hate streaming. I really do. It kind of destroyed everything a little bit. Brother, I've been asked for Start a Fire for ages. I don't think I'll play Social Reject. You're goddamn right. Manchild Groove, I'll take that. Have you thought of collaborating with other artists in the future? Yeah, I mean, I would. I just haven't had any moments to... In a way, like, my music itself is collaborations. I don't know. Yes, I would. If it made sense, I would. Did you expect the song One Beautiful Sound to be your Big Beautiful Sound to be your number one? What is it that you think connected with the audience so well? I did not. I had no idea. That was kind of just a... we've never played it live. We don't plan to play it live. It was kind of just a... We just did it because we wanted, like, a kind of Christmassy song. That was it. It was really not... We didn't think about it very much. It was like a throwaway, kind of. I have no idea why it connected with people the way it did. I really don't. It was just kind of a fun gag of a song. I'm not sure. But yeah. Let's see. And I've still got vinyls myself. I just don't have enough to sell online. Why is splitting up a bit in All My Favorite Colors from the rest of the album? Like I said, I wanted it to be, if you wanted to hear those songs, go get the vinyl. Go get the thing, unwrap it, see the lyric sheets, have the thing, listen to the whole album from beginning to end. That's what I wanted. I wanted it to be, if you wanted to hear that stuff, you had to listen to it the way that I put it together. Because, that's how, some albums I feel like they make more sense as a complete work, not just skipping around song to song. And so I wanted those songs to be heard in that way. That's why. A while back on an Insta stream, you did a sad song version of Pretty Penny. Oh yeah, I don't know. That might be one of the covers that I end up putting on Patreon. I do kind of like that. If you could pick a song that has a message that you really like and want to show people, which would it be? A message that I really like. Oh, Lucky to Have You, actually, is one of my favorite songs I've written as far as, like, the message. Yeah, it's just a nice song. Written, like, for a friend that was going through it. I like that one. What song do you wish was the most listened to? Man. Maybe Alright. I do like that one. Or... I don't know. That's a good question. You know, it's, sorry, I'm very tired. You know, it's always surprising to me what songs people end up liking, but I don't know. I don't know what I would pick. I really don't have any favorites. In the Morning. I'd be happy with that. I'd be happy with In the Morning getting more attention, I think. Yeah. Pre-sale for next record with some juicy goodness. You're goddamn right. We'll be doing a pre-sale for vinyl and for other stuff. Yeah. Do you have an idea of what the next album's pre-sale will include? No, I'm not. However, I have been thinking about the One Big Beautiful Sound vinyls are in production right now. I'm hoping to have them by June or so, and I've been thinking possibly that the first 100 vinyls will get a One Big Beautiful Sound coloring book. I've been thinking about maybe doing something like that. So there's that. As for the pre-sale on the next record, really it will probably just be... I want to avoid shirt sizes and stuff like that. We just can't do that again. It was awful. And so really it's probably just going to be CDs, vinyls, and maybe posters, hats, stuff like that. No sizes. It's horrible. How about the message that you really like? Nice. Good one. That was a good one. I would love to listen to your stuff on vinyl. I recently got a record player and it's such a lovely way to listen. It's nice. You know, you listen to the whole thing in the order it's supposed to be. It feels closer to what the artist intended. Plus, we put a lot of work into that into that vinyl, that double LP. There's so much art in it. The lyric book is super fucking cool. The vinyls are purple. You know, it's a really cool vinyl set. Can you tell us if Heavy is the first single? No, it's not. Favorite animal? Meerkat. Why are you so good at making songs that are bright but not happy? Like Insomnia in the Morning, Stay Awake, The Nothing. Honestly, so good. How? Well, I mean, I think that's me. I think that's how I feel most of the time. I keep it up as much as I can. You know, no one wants to be negative, I think. And it's just about pushing through and stuff. But, like, at the same time, like a lot of people, I've been through some stuff, you know? It gets a little dark in here or whatever. And so I think the intention is positive. The intention is to pull through, to push through, for it to be something that you power through and to encourage others to do the same. But it doesn't suggest that there isn't bad shit out there. You know, it is the intention of good with the acknowledgement of the bad. And that is, I think, just how I am. So that's how the music is. Plus, it's always good if it fucking grooves. So, if Love is in the next album, I Can Die Happy. It is not, and I'm sorry about that, but I haven't forgotten about it. 7 inches would be cool. Let's see, what else we got? Is songwriting course coming to the Patreon? Ooh, okay, a songwriting course. I'd have to figure out how to do that, but maybe. We'll see. Meerkats are absolutely based. Lovely has some extra text at the end for the vinyl lyric sheet. Is that part of the song? Does it? Does it really? I never noticed that. Interesting. You know what? Hold on. Lovely has some extra lyrics. That's kind of... I am so curious. sometimes I write, when I write songs, I write more lyrics than I end up using, and I'm wondering if I might have. Yeah, it's possible that I included lyrics in the lyric sheet that ended up getting cut from the actual recording. It's kind of funny. I never noticed. Will you ever sell a full-size print of the We Did Not Ask for This room art? Bought the poster. Would love a version that's a bit bigger. Possibly, yeah. I mean, merch is such a weird thing. I don't have the money to get everything. And so I'm still playing that game of figuring out like how much is that sweet spot of what to order versus what I can sell, and I'm always trying to figure that out. But yeah, I mean, I also don't just want to be the guy that's shilling merch all the time and never putting out music. So yes, I want to put more merch out, but I'm also focusing on the music right now a bit. So, but yeah, there will be more. Also, let me make sure this is like focused on me right now because I feel like it's not. Just gonna do one of those. Yeah, that's good. Let's see. It's time still a thing. That's a Marmalade thing. I think we're working on stuff. When did I start songwriting? When I was about 12, and it wasn't good. Is there any 2016 EP songs coming next record? No. Did you take a poetry class or something to get good at songwriting? No. I analyzed a lot of music. I analyzed a lot of books. I read a lot of books. I've said this before. I used to, take lyrics that I liked and then add my own lyrics to them, trying to match the style, kind of like matching the prose, prose. And I think that helped. Honestly, the thing about writing, you just have to keep writing, and you have to keep writing shit. And then eventually, you will write something and be like, hey, that's kind of nice. I kind of dig that. And you'll find that line between kitschy, cheesy, overly dramatic stuff and really meaningful, poetry, I guess. You'll find that. And the only way to do it is to keep writing bad stuff until it's not anymore. That's it. Let's see. Is there a stage in the album making process that you hate doing? Mixing. I love it too, but I hate it. It's tough. How did you start songwriting? Because it seems you put so much emotion and experiences in your music. How do you go about putting it on paper? Do you just put it down and make a good song, or yeah, like I just said, it's been writing and writing and writing and writing and writing and writing and writing, and eventually I think it flows a little bit easier until it's more expression and less thought. Like the best songs that I have that I like are the ones that just kind of came out. And it took practice to be in a place where they could just come out. It definitely wasn't just like that for me. It took work to be able to not have to work on it, I guess. And again, lots of reading. I watch lots of movies. I think other mediums, other art forms can inform this one. I think that's an important part of it too. Yeah. Sure enough, there are extra lyrics. Wow. You know what? I think that's kind of cool. Again, reasons to buy the vinyl. You'll get little Easter eggs. I vaguely remember that too. I can't remember what the lyrics were, but I do remember there was another section. That's kind of cool. Do you ever plan on playing the demo version of Mythologue live? The demo version. I don't know what the demo version was. Like, I don't know the difference. Just like less musicians, I guess. I don't know. What exactly is the Marmalade Band? Ethan and Isaac and I started a side project to just make funky music. That's it. We just wanted to make stuff for fun, so it's Marmalade. Which song from We Didn't Ask for This Room do you think you would do the most different / better today? Oh, frankly, all of them. And I can say that because one thing about that album is I do think I overplayed. I think a couple of us overplayed. The guitar parts are a little overplayed, some of the piano is overplayed, and I think having more of a focus on the arrangement and production as a whole instead of each individual part, there's a lot of things, I don't feel as much of a need internally to just show off with like flashy parts. I want things to just feel good. And so I would simplify a lot of things and try to find more maybe like what was the heart of the song that I was trying to convey, because I think some of it just got lost in, I don't know, in the musicality. It's like the music was so much the focus that the meaning of it just kind of fell off. I don't know. Hey Johnny, love the band and can't wait for the new album. You were in my top 5 for my Spotify Wrapped. Thank you very much. Do you have a favorite line/lyric you've written? Actually, I wrote one recently that I like. There's a couple. I can't remember off the top of my head. It was one I literally wrote this week. But I'm not going to share it yet. Let's see. Out of the ones that are already out, lyrics I like, I'd have to think about it. Honestly, it's so hard to remember things off the top of my head. Just like that. What's your favorite JMPB album art? Ooh, like from the singles and shit? I think When You're Grown. Sometimes I want to start playing music again, but I'm worried I missed my chance to really learn. My advice is starting a bit later. Just do it. You know, there's that wall that you got to get past. But like, just there's no too late. There's no such thing as too late. You know, everybody has the opportunity to like access music and to have that be a part of their lives. And you know, don't worry about being any level of good. Just play and let yourself enjoy it. That's it. Was Date My Friend Eric taken off of Spotify? Yes, it was, because the whole video that it was created for, I don't know what's happening to it now. So we removed it also because we wanted to separate from that, and it didn't match the vibe. We need a different vibe. Us fans gotta remember that the Man-Child archives are a fan thing. Johnny has moved on from more of that. Yeah, you know, that's from a decade ago. Some of that stuff is 10 years old. And I've got a lot of new stuff that I'm working on. Do you have any tips and tricks for bands that are about to go on tour? I'm in the midst of preparing for a West Coast tour, and I'm worried about it financially and how much stress. I really don't. COVID took away a lot of our opportunity to tour right as we were starting. And we're just about to get into that. As far as finances go, you know, I'm lucky enough that now I've got streaming, and I've got this Patreon. I've got other things that I've managed to, work up in that downtime. And so now I have a little bit of a safety net for touring. But without that, it's tough. You know, you've got to be able to sell merch, and that's a hard thing to do. The best I can offer is, try to keep your overhead cheap. Find friends to sleep with, and instead of hotels, try to keep a cooler in the van so you can eat. Try to latch on to other people's tours, open for other bands. Like, do what you can. How long does it take for a song to go from idea to release? Like, just how many years? I mean, some of them are like 3 or 4 years old. Some of them, Resolve was written right before we went to the studio. This last record, some of them are a few years old. One of them I wrote a month before I recorded it. It's all different. Was there one song you wished you didn't write? No, there's not a song I wish I didn't write. Just some songs I leave behind. Like I said, every song it's important that you just write to get to where you want to go. Even if you're writing something that you don't like, and pretty immediately, there's nothing I wish I didn't write. I don't like being a bass because that means I can hardly sing. I feel that. At least you can sing Sweeney Todd. Let's see. What is Sunbeams about? Sunbeams is about this. Well, it's sort of about one relationship and also kind of about all of them. More or less, it is just about how wildly your relationship with somebody can change. And like first impressions when you meet somebody, and you think you know who you are and who they are, and your idea of everything just changes by the end of it. Your idea of who you are and the way that you see yourself and the way that other people see you. And it's just about the difficulties of, you know, relationships, I guess, and how sour some stuff can really go. Yeah, that's it. Are you ever going to do any songs similar to One Big Beautiful Sound in theater style? No, I mean, no, not probably not. I've changed so much, and I continue to change. One thing that I can guarantee you is if I have done something, I am never seeking to do that again, like intentionally. I never sit down and say, okay, it's time for a theater song. For whatever reason, that song was just the way I felt like expressing that idea at the time. I can't explain it, but no. Find some friends that you can sleep with. God damn it. I knew I shouldn't have said it that way. The Nothing is about depression. The Nothing is about being depressed. And also more than that, I guess, The Nothing is about when you spend all this time with this idea, like this dream that you're chasing, this thing that you want to do, and then when you finally do it and you don't know what else to aspire to, you've caught your aspiration, your ambition has led you to what you wanted, and now you don't know what else to do. It is a bad feeling when you run out of ambitions because you've done them, which that's what that lyric is about. Perfection kills the dream. You know, once you have perfected this thing, fucking now what? You know? What do you do? And that's kind of what it is. Like, there was a brief period where I felt like I did what I sought to do, but then I didn't have anything else that I was striving for. And it was super depressing. Like akin to death, which is why I had no dreams. I woke up from the nothing. It's sleep without dreams is just darkness. That's the idea. My friend sent me a video of Beyond Me that you guys played live, and it sounds so good. Thank you. What is Bitter and All My Favorite Colors about? Bitter is actually about a family member. Well, one of my family members died, and the kids were left with just without a father, and it's about the kids and their mom, more or less. And All My Favorite Colors is sort of just about, you know, legacy with songwriting and just kind of almost darkly fantasizing about the moments before death and wondering if in that moment I'll feel satisfied with where I'm at, you know. That's a weird one. I'm so mad that you're taller than me. You give off such a short king vibe. You towered over me like a giant. Sorry. Yeah, I'm like 6 foot tall. What's your favorite song to play? Like, if someone told you to play something, what's your go-to? I really do like Overboard. It's a fun one. Overboard is fun. Gestapo is fun. One Beautiful Sound is a theater style. I'm planning to do as a performance, just singing and dancing. Hell yeah. Speaking of depression, what should I have for breakfast? Eggs and toast, maybe a slice of avocado, some coffee or tea. What's worse, walking around with wet socks, the sound of scratching styrofoam? Wet socks. Can you go more into depth about Sift? Like, what's the meaning with the zombie in the video? Sure. The zombie in the video, the whole idea is a very self-deprecating concept, but basically the zombie doesn't know that it's a zombie. Really, you know, it washes up and it doesn't remember. It's just it's only trying to get back to what it thinks it's supposed to be doing. And so it goes through the motions, it gets the job, it does the thing, it meets a girl, it tries to get into shape. It's just trying to live and do what it feels like it's supposed to do. But at the end of the day, it's still a zombie, no matter how hard he tries not to be. And he kills his wife and eats her, and he walks back into the ocean, doomed to wash up on shore again, forgetting the entire experience. And this is basically just a really on-the-nose metaphor for somebody who, you know, totally fucks up a relationship, being inappropriate or just, you know, just being immature, and does it over and over again, not learning from their mistakes. It's just about somebody who is incapable of learning from their mistakes enough to grow from them. And yeah, that's a zombie washing up on the shore, doomed to repeat the same mistakes over and over and over. And that's what it is. Let's see. Was Sift written to flow so well in the Mytholog, or did that just happen? That just happened. Actually, Mytholog used to be in a different key, and then I changed it. That was actually, I think, Ben's idea. We talked about changing the key, if I'm not mistaken, and then it worked. Speaking of Sift, do you remember how it felt to get the zombie makeup on and off? Yeah, it fucking sucked. I woke up at 2 in the morning for about 2 or so hours of makeup, and then we got to the lake at 4:30 a.m., and I was in it until like 8 p.m., and then did it again the next day, and was in it until 2 a.m., and getting that off, my hair was white, and it turned pink from the blood, and there's so much latex, and so much green face, there's so much. It was awful. It was truly awful. God. Is there any plans for you to do any more collabs with AlphaRad? No. Anyone else? Maybe. It's possible. Will this stream survive this recording? Yeah, I'm going to keep this one up. If you had to create music in another genre, what would it be? Well, I don't know how to say that. If I had to, I mean, I produce music for other people in other genres all the time. My music, I think, goes into different genres. I would just do it. I like music in all kinds of genres. Like, sometimes I listen to fucking Illmatic by Nas. Sometimes I listen to, like, the first Slipknot album. Sometimes it's Esperanza Spalding. Sometimes I enjoy listening to Rob Zombie. Sometimes it's a jazz record. Sometimes it's fucking Indigo Girls or Girly Man. Sometimes it's Tori Amos. Sometimes Ani DeFranco. Sometimes it's Devil Driver or Machine Head. And so, like, to that point, I don't know. If I feel a genre, I do it. So I don't feel limitations with genres like a lot of people would. And you know what? That might be the very thing holding me back from mainstream success or whatever, but it's also the thing that I think helps get a better relationship with the fans and you guys, because I mean it. Everything that I do is exactly how I feel. It's not limited by a genre. And that's what I like about music. It can go in and out of those different places. Do you play any rhythm games? No. Alright. That's going to be it. Thank you so much for joining on the stream. Join the Patreon. Hang out with me. Get the sheet music. There's tons of stuff coming. I'm going to figure out more and more every day. So, you know. Join in. Oh my god. I think I'm... Oh god, I'm so zoomed in. I am so zoomed in. Okay, there we go. That's better. So anyway, thank you everybody. Have a great night. I appreciate it. And I will catch you later.